Felipe, man. Felipe, we can get straight into your worst take first, like always, your worst take. And you said you believe Kevin Durant is the best basketball player walking this earth right now, as Tony Kukoc said, you in that little article, and you agree 100%. And I'm not angry. That's not what the worst take is for me. All right, so I'm gonna dive into it. You're gonna hear my dive in. That's right. Right now, I'm gonna give you for your take. I'm gonna give it a C. All right.
Okay.
Typically, I give you your failing grades, your D's, and your F's.
Yeah.
But
You do that pretty often. You do that pretty often.
Yeah. But this one, I'm not gonna be like hypocritical and really be like, oh, it's nonsense. But I'm going to hit a different angle to where it's like, hey man, this is a little bit of nonsense. But yeah, for sure. So you said Kevin Durant's best player. Like many people in the world believe Kevin Durant's probably the best player in the world, or LeBron,
right,
or maybe Giannis, blah blah blah. But here's the thing. You argue, yeah, Kevin Durant, or if you want to have an argument of Kawhi Leonard, that's valid, and that's 100% agreeable. But also, you mentioned nothing of a LeBron James, correct?
Correct.
You mentioned nothing of LeBron, and that's where I think this argument becomes invalid, because if you have those two in there, you got to add LeBron. And for one,
Why?
Kevin Durant's, because have you seen what he's doing post All-Star break this year? 39 better than 39-9, better than 51% shooting, 3-point at 35, and not to mention we saw what his teams did. Number 1 in the West, went down and beat the Clippers and the Bucks, or Bucks and the Clippers in the same weekend. It was turn up time for LeBron as usual post All-Star break. So I think if you're gonna have a Kevin Durant, who especially is not even playing right now, he's hurt. So he's not even, stepping foot on the court, to have him so easily be the best player in the world, which I'm fine with if you argue that. But I think you got to put the respect on LeBron and what he has done this year post All-Star break, and say, hey, he's in with these cats. He's in with the Kevin Durant. He's in with the Kawhi. He might be 35, 36, but man, he ain't playing like it.
Look,
he's not playing like it.
I have no problem excluding LeBron from this list, and the reason being, and talking about the top 2 players in the world, LeBron might be the 3rd best. But when I'm talking about the best player in the world between Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, I have no problem leaving LeBron out. LeBron, he's a great player. Like you said, his stats have been fantastic this year. How that's reflected on the Lakers' success and everything has been amazing. But are we just going to ignore what Anthony Davis has been doing there? That's been a huge addition for them. He's been absolutely great for them. Obviously, a big difference from what we saw last year with LeBron. And LeBron, I know he's been putting up some numbers offensively, but his defense has completely disappeared. He doesn't defend.
That's false this year. That's not right this year. This year, by the metrics, he's up there. He's really played defense.
How far off his defense is from his peak, though? Extremely. Are you gonna put LeBron on the best player on the other court? On the other side of the court. I don't think so, because I think you need LeBron to conserve himself offensively. And at the same time, he's not giving you offensively exactly what I think KD and Kawhi Leonard could give you. Both of those guys are more potent offensively, and they're going to defend your best player defensively. If you're starting a team, you're going to pick and forget age. Right now, they could all be the same age, but who's giving me more offensively and defensively on both sides of the court is Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant. So to me, it's between those two, and I have no problem excluding LeBron. We got to keep in mind what LeBron has this year, and to think about how big of a difference AD is making, just look at last year. That's all.
Well, the thing with LeBron's defense this year, going back, he's played, like, by the metrics and stuff, he's played terrific defense this year, and he has guarded best players. In the fourth quarter between that Clippers and Bucks game, he guarded Kawhi Leonard. He guarded Giannis, and you saw what he blocked Giannis' shot.
I don't give a damn about Giannis. We both agree Giannis is overrated.
No, but you said that he's not going to go down and guard their best player. He did. He took the challenge of Kawhi. He took the challenge of a Giannis. So his defense this year, it's conservative. They conserve it. They conserve it. So when he needs it most, which, like most stars nowadays, Kawhi's not guarding the best player on the court.
He will.
Quarters.
He will.
But he's not. But he's not, because it's not a great recipe, right now. Kevin Durant also is not this like terrific defender. I mean, he's a solid defender. It was a product of that Golden State defense that, hey, Draymond do this, Clay do this.
Okay, but look,
so I can look.
Yeah. We're not talking about this guy like he's like a Kawhi. Kawhi obviously been defensive player of the year before. Kevin Durant hasn't been that. But when I look at those two guys, when we're talking about comparing defense, Kawhi Leonard, or excuse me, Kevin Durant going up to somebody and defending him, shutting down the best player, we saw him do that to LeBron in the finals. So it's like
he didn't shut him down,
but he way outplayed him, and he was defending him, and LeBron was defending him. On a lot of times, they even took LeBron off KD because it was just a matter of KD was going to score regardless.
Well, the thing is that you can't. The outplay part, and I'll get to that. But for you to say LeBron, look what he has as Anthony Davis, it's LeBron out of every star in the world or every athlete. LeBron's the one that when he has a teammate, it discredits him and says, "Oh wait, but he has this."
I disagree.
Michael Jordan had.
I disagree. It's been said about Kobe. It's been said about Michael Jordan.
But it's not being. It doesn't hold the same weight as it holds for LeBron. But okay, so if LeBron has AD, he has Anthony Davis, right? Look what he's doing. Plus minus, when LeBron is off the court, they're not a playoff team. They're terrible. So much for. I love Anthony Davis. He is a great player. So much for Anthony. When LeBron steps off the floor, Anthony's not providing any winning basketball for them. He's not. It's just not winning. They lose.
Here's the problem with you LeBron stands, man. I'm saying LeBron isn't the best player. He might be 3. When you say something like that, you guys think all of a sudden we're saying LeBron is the worst player in the world. I'm not saying that. LeBron very well is one of the best players in the league. And of course, he's going to make his team a lot better than it is. I'm saying from one year to the next year, we saw the difference that Anthony Davis made. Just because LeBron needs help, every player needs help. I'm not saying he doesn't need help.
LeBron was hurt last year, though. They were a 4 seed when he wasn't hurt. Yeah, Anthony's going to make them better, but that's just a product of any good player being next to you. And LeBron's in another year with a new coach. So LeBron playing last year with those Cats, yeah, they were young, but they're probably going to make the playoffs if he didn't get injured. Lonzo didn't get injured. B.I. didn't get injured. But that's besides the point because that's old news. If we're going to say, hey, LeBron has an Anthony Davis, so look what he's doing. It's a little easier. Well, Kevin Durant just spent the last 3 years in Golden State. So why is it so easy for us to say he's the best player? He was playing with Klay Thompson. He was playing for Steph.
Because what I said, the one-on-one, I've seen LeBron versus KD, and who's better? KD. That's why. It's simple.
It's not one-on-one when you have the 4 other people around you. When you have a Klay Thompson, and a Steph Curry next to you, Kevin Durant's never seen a double team in his life in his last 3 years. Kevin Durant gets his spots whenever he wants because he knows with those 2 guys next to him, it is so much more easier. So the level of difficulty for Kevin Durant or the level of oh my gosh, it's going to be really tough. It's not there. Kevin Durant, it's like playing pickup with those guys because he can get to his spots. He can do this and he can do that. If I'm looking at, if you want to say Kevin Durant is not my argument because his talent is great. But for you saying, oh, he beat him, look at the one-on-one matchup. Well, I saw the one-on-one matchup in 2012. Kevin Durant is great. LeBron won. So if you want to say he's got Anthony Davis, so it's kind of like, KD had the last time we seen him play, he had Klay Thompson and he had Steph Curry. So we all know when you have those 2 guys, it makes everything easier, correct?
Correct.
It does. That's why we didn't like him going to Golden
100%.
State because he was so great of a player that, hey, you're not showing us anything by winning titles. So what makes us think, what did he show us now that it's like, oh, this dude, he did it. He went down, beat LeBron head-to-head, which it was not head-to-head. We all know it wasn't head-to-head.
Okay, right. We all know we got to consider the whole team aspect. It's a 5-on-5 game, not a 1-on-1 game. But answer me this. How do we consider, especially because we're not worried about comparing players in different positions here. They're all play pretty similar positions, play similar roles between LeBron, KD, and Kawhi. So now answer me this. Take away, when we're considering who's better between 2 players in this circumstance, and obviously there's a team component in it. We all know that. How are you going to be able to make this comparison, right? We strip everything else. We say one-on-one, who's better? Who can defend better? Who's a better ISO player? And then you can consider what LeBron, he's a better passer. Yeah, he's a better passer than both of them. But
I don't think Kevin...
I think that's what it comes down to, one-on-one. You consider who's the best player. Who wins one-on-one?
Well, that's not how you judge people because who wins one-on-one between Steph Curry and Giannis, and I believe Steph's the better player than Giannis, or it doesn't matter who, then Steph Curry's 6'3". You can't base off one-on-one. I don't think Kevin Durant's a better defender.
In their particular situations where they all have good teams, Kawhi Leonard has Paul George with him, and LeBron James has AD. KD obviously right now we haven't seen him this year, but yeah, in the past, yeah, he had other players, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. So they all have it. So at the end of the day, we can look at the assist numbers. Okay, let's all put that into consideration. But then we really want to take it to another level. I want to see it one-on-one, and KD has trumped LeBron in that point.
I don't really see how he's trumped, just because like you can't base it off like one-on-one just because they're not literally playing one-on-one. Kevin Durant isn't this. If I want a guy in a fourth quarter of an NBA Finals game, and you give me the choice between those three guys, Kawhi, Kevin, and LeBron, I'm sorry, I am taking LeBron 100 out of 100 for this reason.
Wow.
He breaks down the offense. He slows the game down. What you want to get into, you're not getting into because LeBron's going to slow down. Kevin Durant and Kawhi are get to your spots type of guys. They're great players. They are great players. They're a get to your spot. They're not really. LeBron is a system. LeBron breaks you down. And what he's done since the All-Star game, it's short of sensational. 31, 9-9, better than 51% shooting. I don't think there's enough to say, especially with the injured Kevin Durant, just to be like, oh, LeBron's not even in this conversation. Because what LeBron is doing, number one in the tough West, beat the Clippers. We saw it, and stuff like that. It's hard to judge because I don't want to be like, oh, I can't say no, Kevin Durant's not this because he is a great player. Kawhi, well, he's not number one because he is a great player. But for you not to have LeBron in that discussion for what he has done, and it's like every year people are saying who is going to be better, and we just kind of see it's like this dude's not done yet. He's not done yet. Once Kevin Durant does it without those dudes in the Bay, then I'll really be like, all right, he's alone in this category. He is alone. But man, I want to see him do it. He ran over there. Because he didn't think he could get it done. He didn't think he could get it done. So what makes me think, oh, hey, this dude is the best player?
Because that was, 5 years ago? That's why.
It was
4 years ago.
That wasn't 5 years ago.
4 years ago. It was 4 years ago. It was 4 years ago. You're telling me Kevin Durant hasn't had better?
He hasn't played this year. He hasn't played this year though.
Oh, okay.
We saw I'm basing off 20.
He went to Golden State. He went to Golden State 4 years ago.
17, 18, 19. Yeah. So I'm basing off even if it's play last year. All right. Even if it's play last year, I want to see him do it with getting a double team. I want to see him do it with a little more pressure on him, not cakewalking to the NBA Finals because he had the greatest team collectively around him. The team that beat him down 3-1.
I think KD's soft as hell too. I'm with you on that.
Like
pure talent, man. Pure skill.
That's why I didn't give this an F because I agree with you. Kevin is so great.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be the one to say, oh, he's not better than LeBron because he has, LeBron's older. Right. LeBron might not be in his peak, but we haven't necessarily seen LeBron, he's not out of that because what he keeps doing week by week basis or month by month, it's just like this dude is still turning up.
Yeah.
And that's just my argument is that I want to see Kevin because we knew what his tell me this. What you saw from Kevin in Golden State wasn't anything different that you knew he could. Like, you knew he could do that, right? You knew what he was about.
I had never seen that killer mentality in him, though. I had never seen him. He went at. He didn't outplay LeBron. He went at LeBron and dominated LeBron in the finals. Like it's a difference. So I hadn't seen that. Yes, I've seen Kevin Durant, a great scorer. I've seen Kevin Durant.
I don't know if
the 7-foot athletic juggernaut, but I hadn't seen Kevin Durant. Like, I'm going to look you in your face and kill you, and that's what I saw from him. So I do think he's evolved in that aspect.
I mean, I don't know if he, like completely dominated or something. Kevin might average, 34. LeBron, we already know what he averaged in the finals. 30.
Man.
LeBron averaged 32. And what I saw from that game one, though, in 2018, and Stephen A. Smith alluded to this, Kevin Durant wanted no part of LeBron in 2018 game one. LeBron dropped 50. We saw LeBron dropping stuff from 30 feet in his eye, going at Kevin, going at Klay Thompson. Remember Stephen A. Smith said that Kevin Durant wanted no part of LeBron in 2018 of that game one. Sure, 2018 was game one. He still finished series strong. But the thing is, it's easy to dominate when you have no stress on you. When you have there's no.
I understand. I don't have an argument for that.
No pressure on you, and it's hard to go. Divide the pressure into the greatness and to separate the two because you don't want to be. I don't want to be too critical and sound like just a hater.
Right.
Because I'm not. But the circumstances are it's hard to divide the hey, there's no pressure,
Right.
no stress, and how great you are because it's a little bit easier. Because like if you were to put Kawhi on that team, same stuff's happening. If you were to put LeBron on that team, same stuff's happening. So I mean, it's just to not have LeBron in that argument and to have it injured KD with LeBron, KD, and Kawhi. I think it should be the correct group you have it in. And if I were to bank on it right now, I think if you were to tell me 2 months ago, I would have said Kawhi Leonard. But now after seeing post All-Star game, I think LeBron's right there. I think I would probably take LeBron still to this day.
If KD's healthy, you take him over KD as well?
See, that's the thing. KD's coming off an Achilles injury. That's tough.
Yeah, right.
That's tough. But
I don't want to. KD, forget the Achilles. Like if he's what we saw last year, before he got hurt, then what?
So KD with going as he is with New York,
right.
Brooklyn.
Say he was with Brooklyn last year, but in the health and everything, we don't have any health concerns with him right now. Say that. Let's pretend it hypothetically.
You can't go wrong with any of them.
Okay, I agree.
Plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
Look, I put Bron. I put Bron third. I put Bron third. Look, it's man. I understand not even having Bron within that conversation. Being.
I think it's blasphemous. You don't have him in the conversations. What you've seen from LeBron.
Right. No, I get your point.
Post All-Star, but to go back to your question, who would I take, LeBron or Kevin? Like right now, there's no injuries aside. I'll take LeBron because I've seen LeBron do it with a little more pressure on him.
Okay, we still gotta see Kevin Durant. And I agree. We gotta see him perform with pressure. We've seen Kawhi perform with pressure, so it's
right. And Kawhi's definitely not out of this. Kawhi's a beast.
Right.
Kawhi's a dog. Kawhi's it rubs me the wrong way of how much I get it for the playoffs about how much of the sitting out happens.
Okay, LeBron hasn't done. LeBron didn't over exaggerate his groin injury last year just because he didn't want the whole narrative.
How do we?
All right, we're not even getting into this. This is conversation for another day. But
that's only 3 weeks. You can't come on. Don't say someone's injuries. They're over exaggerating. It's an injury. It's an injury.
He knew they weren't going to be what they were, and you didn't need that kind of.
They were a 4 seed when he went down. They were a 4 seed.
They were on a low.
They were beating Golden State when that happened too. I don't think he was fine.
All right, man. I hear you. I might reconsider, but if KD's at full strength, then I'm gonna have to stay with it. But I understand where you're coming from.